Tonight, we're learning more about a daring murder that happened in broad daylight. It happened on Saturday at the QT in Riverside. KCTV5's Betsy Webster got her hands on new court documents. And Betsy, have police found out why this shooting happened?
Well, all that new information, and no, the only thing we know about motive at this point is what it was not. We now know that this was not random. The man who was charged was a friend of the victims, and his actions seemingly came out of the blue. Friends and acquaintances from the victim's native Ethiopia wailed in shock and grief Saturday. 2 of their own were taken. 1 killed, another charged with murder. They knew Tiriku Fight as kind, quiet, and hardworking, dedicated to welcoming new Ethiopian immigrants to the place he'd called home for more than a decade. Police didn't have to hunt down the person who followed Fight to Pump 16 and shot him from behind. According to a court affidavit, Daniel Kaladi walked up to the very first officer answering the 911 call and said, quote, "Officer, I am the one. I kill him," then directed the officer to the gun in his SUV. The victim's best friend told detectives Kaladi was a friend and former coworker, also from Ethiopia, and had no conflicts with Fight that he knew of.
This is not your typical murder.
Platte County Prosecutor Eric Zahn says the lack of motive is odd, but not unheard of.
We always want to know why. The human condition is to want to know why somebody did something, particularly if it's something really terrible, like a murder.
A detective described surveillance video showing Kaladi pull up behind Fight, wait for him to get out and start pumping, then walk up and shoot him in the back of the head. It does not appear there is any communication between the two prior to Fight being shot, the detective wrote in the court affidavit. Fight can be seen falling to the ground and Kaladi goes back to his vehicle. Kaladi starts to pull forward, but then stops. As for the missing why,
sometimes you never find out, but we hope as we continue to look through cell phone records and other talk to other witnesses that perhaps we'll be able to unpack why this happened.
Now, those court documents indicated that after he made that confession here in the gas station parking lot, he then did not want to make any other statements during formal questioning and invoked his right to counsel. Reporting live in Riverside, Missouri, Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.
Thanks, Betsy.